We are down to the final 5 in the Bachelor Mansion. So the girls need to find more ways to connect with Matt. And this Wednesday, sexologist and relationship expert Dr. Nikki Goldstein is being brought in to explore the girls' unspoken connection with the Batch. And she joins us now. Hello, nice to see you. Now, in this episode coming up on Wednesday, you're testing the unspoken connection between the girls and Matt. What is that, and what are the challenges in something like this?
Well, first of all, I think at this point in the game, it's really important. Obviously, they've had a look at compatibility and what works. Are we on the same page? Do we want the same things in life? Then we had to explore, well, what about this unspoken thing, this connection? Who has the stronger connection with Matt over the other? So we did 2 activities, one being where they had to hug Matt and he was blindfolded. So we were looking at with this idea of oxytocin. So when we touch and we hug, we release this chemical called oxytocin, which is important for bonding. So obviously we're exploring, who had that stronger bond with Matt, and he had to work out, could he figure out who each girl was? Then we went to a staring activity, because there's so much that's unspoken in a look. You can really have that connection, but it's very confronting, and that's what was so fascinating to watch, is people would start to feel very uncomfortable, and then they would settle into each other's eyes. Then they got an opportunity to discuss it away from everyone else. So they were able to explore the different types of connection. I think for Matt, it was so good to be able to see between each girl, what did he feel that he couldn't necessarily put in words before?
Wow.
Didn't Chelsea come in with the formula for that stuff drawn on her, or gave it to him when she first greeted, and he knew what it was straight away? That's kind of like the oxy word.
Oh, yeah, the oxytocin. The oxy word. The hormone.
I was going to say oxycontin. And don't want to drug people. Right?
Are we thinking about a personal connection or a sexual connection? Because love and lust are 2 very different things, right? And lust doesn't last forever.
Well, this is the thing, is that on Wednesday night we may see some more sexual connections, and we may see some more spiritual, and even ones that where you feel more comfortable. So this is where I think it's so important to be able to do an activity like this that, let's face it, you wouldn't necessarily do this outside of this format. But to be able to see, is this somebody I feel more friendly with and familiar, or is this someone I feel like there's a bit more fireworks there? So ideally, if we could run this on blind dates or first dates, it would be great, but maybe it would go down a path.
When I was younger, we had a compatibility formula as well, which is you get drunk and shag behind a bush.
How did that work for you?
Not great now that you mention it. But, I mean, seriously, how is it possible to actually form a genuine connection in an environment that is so stage managed and scrutinised, and everybody's watching, and it's a competition with the other girls, and some people are saying Abby's playing it like it's a game show instead of actually looking for love, or is it possible to actually really have that little spark?
Yeah, I think you can, and that's what was a great experience from seeing the show and being part of it, is that it doesn't feel like a TV show when you're there. Yes, there's cameras, but you're filming for long days, you're with each other, you're able to interact, and you're in some beautiful settings as well. It's not being in a studio, so I do think...
relax get sucked into the fact that there's no cameras and audio.
Which is great. Which is great for us. But they do have that time with Matt, and they do develop those real connections. So I think while some people might look on and say, is this real love, is this real dating? Yes, it isn't normally what you or I might do, but I do think they have this opportunity to really experiment and explore. Is this somebody I want to take things further with outside of the house?
Now, Nikki, before we let you go, tell us about your new audio project.
Yes, so we are casting at the moment for an audio series that is stripping back the physical and the visual, and we're looking at highlighting connections with dating through audio only. Oh. So we're looking for people that have stories to tell, but also people that might want advice or maybe some solutions to their dating troubles. So if you want more information, jump to drnikki.com.au.
Nice, like stripping.
Dating the voice style.
Well, yeah, that'd be good. People like that person's voice.
Dr. Nikki Goldstein, great to see you. And don't forget, the next episode of The Bachelor is this Wednesday night at 7:30 on 10 and